thank you so much. It's kind of impressive that Sean's doing a better job with our new microphone than Chad is. I think that's a great job. I think we should. I'd have Sean on a broadcast even if he was just standing around just for appearances. Be good.
Yeah, just stand there and smile.
Yeah. How do you fail to install Windows? Like I've just done it 3 times.
I don't understand
It tells
how
you.
someone in our generation has gotten all the way to the age of whatever Chad is, 27, 28.
Did he also said that he installed Windows on a hard? No one does that anymore. You
It's
just
the USB stick, right?
you just
That's
install the
what he
ISO
meant.
on the USB stick.
That's what he
yeah?
meant.
Is it? Because he had 10 years of photos on the USB stick.
I don't know, I could be wrong. He's lost his mind in a lot of different ways. I don't understand how he has never installed Windows before to have known that would have deleted everything.
Yeah.
It's not the problem we have to worry about here, though, Anders. Let's move on to the game.
Yeah, you're right. We are going a little bit on tilt, especially with some of the stuff that we saw on the first map.
That was nasty, that second half. That was real ugly, and it was a very quick second half, so it was a lot of ugliness in a very short period of time.
Yeah. Now, see if Liquid can keep this game on the leash, as it were. Oh.
Why are you giving me that smile when you say leash?
I just can't help myself.
You sick bastard.
It's going to be Nuke coming up. I love Nuke.
I do too. I'm excited for this, and I think Liquid's actually going to just bang him out. I don't even know if NRG's going to get up to double digits. I know Sean did the whole 10 thing. Chad did 12. I'll go with something like 7.
7 rounds for NRG. Starting on the CT side, that's a bold guess. That means you're basically gambling that they win the pistol and then like get crushed right afterwards.
Yeah, I think NRG will get like 5 rounds in this half on their CT side.
Wow, that is depressing.
Yep.
Well, let's find out. Zeus was looking
mighty powerful.
Yeah, he is as well. I feel like if anyone can push this Liquid squad the full distance, probably is him, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got to be considered. I mean, and obviously Zonic's going to be up there, but you got to imagine Zeus coming into a North American team and that, one that's always kind of struggled, and turning him into this contender now is one of the most impressive coaching jobs. And I can't think of too many people who would have been able to do that with a North American team. Here's a lot of distractions. They want to go towards ramp room. Daps is going to be all alone here. He spots him out, and he's just going to drop. Takes the one shot. Doesn't even really see anything after that, and he falls away. There's still one more smoke on Nitro once they get down here. And Daps is being hunted, and he misses the initial shot. He does recover nicely, but there's a leash for the trade. Smoke will go down, bomb will get planted.
Yeah, literally jumping on top of him to try and see if they could get that kill quick. Now it's a 4-on-4, and the leash defending well with the Glock. Actually trying to fall back towards the window room. Oh, the backup is there. They open that doorway, and Nafly will get the kill on Cirque immediately, saving his teammate as well. As a good start. Liquid picking up the pistol round.
That was super sexy between Elish and Twist. For that door open, that is very well timed. Obviously, 3 kills for Elish in the round is very good. The trade on Daps, first kill out towards that window side. So investment from NRG now is they don't want to let this get too far out of control. Circa's going to save. He only has the P250. He wants the AWP in the first round, but other than that, it's P250, it's CZ, and Armor. They asked the question at the end, who do you think needs to be kind of the star player? And only Chad could answer. In all fairness, he said Cirque, which is fair play. I need the outside defenders, but I think really Ethan was the one that to me had the quiet first game.
Yeah, we talked about his grenade problems, and obviously, hopefully that hasn't somehow carried into the next map.
Yeah, if he keeps buying, yeah.
If somebody could find the stats on how much damage he took from grenades in that first map, I'd be very interested to know. I think that would be worth looking at.
It was like 10,000.
10,000. What a good time. We'll see. Armor and C-Sense is actually nothing to scoff at on this map when you're on the CT side. Like, they've got to be careful, Liquid, because this can do a lot of damage.
The nice thing, though, that they have done is they've gotten control of outside, and they've actually gained a lot of map control very quickly. So they're not messing around. If they do run into some trouble or run into some kind of an obstacle, they can readjust their angle of attack. Fugly's going to fall into the bomb site, but Elish with this perch is going to make things very deadly towards the center bomb site. Even though they have some of the kills, it's not going to be easy for NRG to continue to turn this smoke towards Hut. Nitro needs help coming through this smoke, and there goes Daps. That's all they needed.
Yeah, I was going to say that was the critical fight right there. If Daps can win it, then it's a little bit different. Oh, Ethan actually going to be picking up one on a leash. A little bit scary there. Still a 2-on-2. The bomb's only just gone down, so they have time to see if they could do it, but they should really start looking now, because otherwise they might end up running out of it. Nitro doing his best to play a little bit of a game, while Naf is coming in from the high ground, getting one kill, and Nitro to close it out. Very expensive round for Team Liquid, but I think NRG, they still needed the win. Getting close is good, but they needed to turn the outcome of that pistol.
Yeah, they would have liked, they had the chance to do it as well. There was that kind of that initial defense that was very effective from NRG. Not able to convert the round, though, so a little bit heartbreaking, but they'll be all right. They have a strong buy going into that fourth round. Some of those kills with the CZs help them gain the money back. Equally for Liquid, they have to invest in 3 SMGs to try and recoup some of their own losses. So you would expect guys like Naf, Taco, and Twist to just be highly, highly aggressive in this round to get those extra $600. Flashbang outside. Actually, Taco's already taken over ramp room, which means everyone's going to rotate over. Naf and Twist are the ones who become passive as Taco clears out the lower site, and it is going to be nice and free.
Yeah, I kind of like the outside stack. I mean, it's a cool idea. We've seen it done a number of different ways. Oh, Naf. That was actually Ethan returning some grenade damage for once. Still, he gets a couple of kills, or at least one kill up there, Naf. It's not too bad. And Taco's on the hunt with the MAC-10. He's going to get... No, it actually gets stolen. He already had 2 of them. Third one would have been good fun. Still, a lot of SMG money being built up on the Liquid side.
Yep.
Making up for that last round where they lost 4 players. 3-0 in their favor. And now, let's see what they can do here, NRG. Need to find a way to stay in this quarterfinals.
Cirque has the AWP, which is going to be nice. There's no kits on the NRG side, and this is such a critical round for them to win. Tough part is you've got 2 Molotovs, you've got 2 smokes. There's not a whole lot that NRG can do into the late round situations in terms of their utility. So if they don't have some opening success on the point of contact, they might have to just choose to kind of save or gamble stack towards one of the bomb sites. 2 MAC-10s as well, still on the board against 3 opponents without head armor. There's the initial shot. It's missed by Cirque. He's still outside, though. Daps is going to rotate down. But look at Naf, already in connector and already obliterating the defense. There's the off that rings out, but this bomb site is lost, and Daps might have to make a play. He might have to risk everything to keep his team in this round.
I think Cirque's actually making a big play as well, trying to push in through Mini, so he wanted to take that fight maybe a lot sooner than you would have expected, and he's unable to get any kills. That smoke kind of prevented him from doing anything, but that is a perfect illustration of what happens when you lose control of Mini on the CT side. Just that hot player, no chance to really survive that, and yeah, that's going to be devastating.
Especially because I think it was Cirque all alone outside with that op, right? And then once they put the smokes down, like, he cannot stop anyone from getting in towards Mini. He really has like no chance at it if the utility is used properly by Team Liquid, which it obviously was. And having a T-sided player get in towards Mini that early on, that quickly, and without being under any fire whatsoever is like the most annoying thing for an inner defender, because the timing is just so awkward for you. So Naf, a nice play, a nice entry on towards the top of the hut, and a 4th round for Team Liquid.
They save some rifles and they can buy up on the rest. I think that's the silver lining in this round, so NRG get one more shot at picking up a round here. But if they can't win this one, then they might be forced back on Eco, and Liquid, I mean, however you twist this, they're off to a good start on the C side. This is already looking very good.
There's Cirque again, this time watching towards the door, but Naf has the opportunity again. He wants to challenge Cirque, and he says, all right, I got in last time, you had your eyes off the angle, but there's a shallow peek right around the corner, but they are going to be coming in. There's a follow-up, and Ethan's ready for it. Cirque with 2 this round. Well managed from him. The hot hand here, and Taco turns the corner, finds 1 kill with a MAC-10, but Twist can do some economic damage, and that's a good build-up. 1 on 2, and Daps coming up the vent. Finds the last one, prevents any more deaths. Any opportunity for Twist to actually win that, but it is expensive.
Definitely is, and interesting to see Liquid try and see if they could sort of poke at the same point of the map, if they'd made it a little bit soft from earlier. They were stopped this time around, especially, I think, because actually even if Cirque gets the first kill, if they lose that hot player, then that's still an opening for Liquid that they can use.
Even with Naf going down first, 2 players were ready to burst into that upper bomb site through Mini. They just needed that 1 frag, so it was a good follow-up by Ethan. again going to pressure outside. This time more flashbangs into the air. Nitro's taking some damage down to 52 health, and Cirque is still out here. Tossing utility, firing shots, and this time 3 players for Team Liquid going to get down into this route. The other 2 players, Twist and Taco, looking to pressure ramp room when their teammates are ready to crunch. Just moving forward, Taco leading the way. It's Fugly here to defend.
Yeah. Ready and waiting. It's a good kill for Ethan. Playing a dangerous game, fighting. It would be great if he could try and fall back, and I think eventually he will. Daps will go down in the meantime. Cirque picking up 2 big shots. That's in the ramp room. Shutting down the bomb carrier as well. And a much more smooth round this time for NRG. That's the kind of round that they've been needing and looking for. Question is if Elige can do any more damage at this point. The window is going to be an instant giveaway if he breaks it. Just waiting and hoping that there's someone to find it. Kind of was, but Ethan is going to be a bit quicker. Triple in the round for him. Good job overall on NRG.
Huge, very important kills for Cirque as well. If those 2 players have been able to drop down, the entire defense was back against that wall, and with Elige controlling vents, I don't think there was anywhere for them to really feel safe if there was another angle added to the mix. So really nice rotation from Cirque from outside, and part of the reason why Chad mentioned he was the player that had to come alive if NRG was going to have a chance. You need to have him very effective in defending outside and also very aware and able to read the game well enough to rotate into position elsewhere. Molotov in front of the door. Smoke goes down on it, trying to rush this upper bomb site, but the CT side, this defense has gained the utility it needs to put a stop to these kinds of plays. Naf has gone down the vents. I don't think he'll be able to get a plant, but he might as well go for it. And actually, I take it all back. He is going to be able to get this plant. No one's even close to stopping him, so small victory for Team Liquid, but NRG is up to 3.
Yeah, good job on Breeze. That looked like some really crisp aim, and not enough pressure on him that he couldn't just take that fight every single time. So 4-3 the scoreline now heading into the 8th round, and they will be able to buy even an AWP if they need to on that T side, which you don't have to by any stretch, but it depends if you want to try and fight Cirque out in the yard. This time, not going to happen for them.
No, but they have had a pretty aggressive pace to it, haven't they? They've challenged towards mini quite frequently. They've now gotten down lower very quick and challenged ramp room early on in this round. But at some point, if those aren't working, because those are kind of designed to almost not necessarily bypass the op, but to try and prevent it from being in Cirque's hands as much as possible. If that's not going to work, then you need to actually challenge it, opening up the door, trying to find the timing. Daps is going to be able to make it down the vents. No, he goes back for more. He wants to fight Nitro, but he runs out of ammunition. And there's Cirque still getting kills with the AWP, a 3-on-4 scenario. And Liquid has to find where they want to go. And it's to ramp room. Fugly had rotated out, so he's got an awkward angle. That's a nice shot, though.
Yeah, perfect with the headshot this time around. Taco and Elige, 2-on-4. Damage is still important right now for Liquid. This is where they can't really let NRG so much back in the game that they just end up building a big bank. So if they get a bomb plant, that will help them. But if they can get 2 more kills, that would also be magnificent. Cirque has got the angle covered. Elige kind of almost feeling it. Fugly looking for the headshot, and that ramp is such a powerful position.
Yeah, nice timing for Fugly. Gets aggressive. That is some nice, crisp aim from Fugly. Team Liquid, they're getting shut down outside by Cirque. They're getting shut down in ramp room by Fugly, and even Cirque one other time. And once you're getting beat up on the extremities in that fashion, you go towards the upper bomb site where NRG has the utility to kind of slow down any of these fast hits. So Liquid at the moment going to take a timeout. They're a little bit stumped. So Zeus, you can see in the background, very animated, talking some things over, using his fingers to, tell them what to do, much like Sean. And Duffield apparently learned how to do the finger exercises.
Yeah, that was worrisome, wasn't it? Made you think like maybe he hasn't actually gone to like a real school, but he was like part of some cult and he just didn't know about it. His parents just told him it's fine.
It's kind of how I look at the UK as a whole in general.
Yeah, it's not
just one big cult.
Entirely untrue, is it? If you were confused in that last round about why they were throwing that Molotov towards the red container outside, and it actually kind of worked. It's to prevent any kind of smoke from going down. It makes a gap in the smoke, which has become sort of a common occurrence. But it's still pretty cool. I still like it. It's a philosophy that somehow hasn't made it onto very many other maps, in spite of the fact that some of us have been trying to do that.
By some of us, you mean yourself.
And Sean. Me and Sean
Sean.
both had the idea to do it on Inferno. I think as the
Well, there's
That's
been
the
a couple
inception
on
of
there's
that.
been a couple on Inferno. I know the old version when you could throw the smoke towards B from CG spawn, or not from CG spawn, from rep side. People
Yeah.
were putting that Molotov on the roof for the bounce, so that it would just kind of extinguish on the roof.
That's exactly right. This time they have CZ and a pistol there, Deagle, to play with. Deagle is already gone, making the way in for the window. Also the Mini, the grenade chasing them down. Taco going to get 1 kill. And Nitro. Bomb plant. Is it going to be possible? If he could have made it down the vent, maybe. But Ethan will take him down. So that's NRG making it into the lead, 5-4. This is great stuff for them. Really, I'm a little bit surprised that they've turned this around.
I am too, to be quite honest, especially considering they survived the economic scare of, you know, losing the 4th round as well. We're able to win 1. 4 to 5. Sometimes you see those CG sides. Now they just have plenty of cash built up. They don't have to worry about a whole lot, you know, for the rest for the next few rounds. I think the nice thing though is Cirque is being very very creative and very mobile with his positioning. He's been outside. That time he's above heaven. He's been back towards ramp room. That's a sign of a confident Alper, and he's wreaking havoc on this offense. Again, 3 players outside. Only Naf going to lead the way down initially. And Cirque's going to back away.
Oh yeah, he was spotted. I don't know if he saw it on his screen, but
I wasn't even sure I spotted it on the screen.
yeah, I felt like you could see it, but I wasn't sure if it was the X-ray that was
Yeah.
making that more obvious. Maybe it was. Either way, that's a smart pick from Nitro, taking down the enemy Opera out in the yard. So
And that's good. I mentioned if they couldn't find any success elsewhere, they're going to have to eventually actually fight him and take him out, and that's exactly what they've done with that boost. So Naf waiting for this push. This is a lot of resources. Daps and Ethan both on these stairs. Oh, he blinds himself. That is a mishap and a half.
it's not what you wanted to do. Otherwise, I mean, it looked like his timing was about to be right on. So that would have been a bit of a surprise for Ethan. Instead, he's going to be falling back, and it's a 4-on-4 now. The problem is there's only 35 seconds, so eventually they're going to have to make their move. Breeze hiding inside of Hut, and if they don't come that way, he can swing out just as they're about to try and take the site, which would be very dangerous. Molotov to chase Dabs back. He's going to put up 1 more grenade, and now he has to wait for just a little bit. 20 seconds now, and they are going to be on the site. And Fugly's actually let out for a little bit. Maybe, Breeze is going to open it up. That's really big news coming out of the Huts, and he almost takes down Twist, but it's not going to be quite enough. Still a 3-on-3. This is a big round for both teams.
Liege can just wait until his teammates have contact, and Fugly has to hope and pray that Daps can get up these vents. It's going to be a hard fight. Taco's still inside the bomb site. There's an easy kill. They should just call the save here. Ethan's pretty committed, but they've got 2 kills. All of a sudden, it's Taco in a 1 versus 2. Has the angle. They line up for him. He does eventually go down, and Ethan, again, looked like a situation that Team Liquid had firmly in control, but a nice retake with Daps coming up these vents.
That was very well done, and obviously getting up that heaven ladder is just almost impossible when someone is holding it up there. NRG getting a bit tense in some of these rounds, but the fact that they had that huge bank, even if they lost 4 members in that round, they're still going to be feeling quite comfortable in this next one.
Ethan's got 14,000.
My God.
11 and 5 for Ethan, and he was instrumental on that retake coming in through A main. He's the one who took out a Liege playing up in heaven. I would have loved to have seen how Daps kind of even got out of that scenario. Leg shot onto Twist. They're going to wrap up. No one's cleared on top of Hut. Can't even trade properly. Too much damage comes out, and Taco gets nothing done. A Liege is going to go down as well, and it's just Nitro outside, and he has trouble finding the kill onto Cirque. And now the reinforcements arrive, and NRG, this defense is holding strong, 7-4. It has been 7 straight.
What a great showing. Wouldn't it be something if NRG could put us on a 3rd map? I feel like that would be exciting news, Moses. Is that going to ruin your prediction?
It would ruin my prediction. I had 2-0. What is that? What is that little laugh?
I don't know, Moses. I'm losing my mind.
Rat. Yeah, 3rd map would be Train. That would be pretty cool, and obviously that would be a whole new level of confidence for NRG if they're able to force the issue there.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Timeout has run out, and they have C-sets and armor. What about a good old vent rush?
Good old vent rush? The problem is, every time they've gone fast, NRG is putting Molotovs in all these different choke points, and they're able to kind of handle it. They're throwing the Molotovs down and then getting in position to play right behind them and just kind of eliminate. So another tactical timeout for Team Liquid as they try and figure out what exactly to do, and they're going to go to Fugly. They want to go towards ramp room. One player in lobby, Elige, looking for a push, but 4 players grouping up in the smoke, and actually Cirque is going to be at ramp room as well.
Plus, I feel like Fugly's been absolutely crystal in this ramp defense, so got to be careful about that too. They are setting up for a pretty deep flashbang. Not going to catch him. Cirque going to pick up the first kill there. That's great to draw some of the attention away. Second kill coming through for him, and now Fugly going to be creeping up from behind the box. That's a great shot. And Cirque will take 3 of them. Fugly with the other 2, and nothing comes of it. No entry at all on that side of the map. 8-4. 8 in a row here for NRG.
Cirque and Ethan both playing well. Fugly's been solid at ramp room. You can see why this NRG team is able to put up a fight. They have their stars delivering in a big way. Liquid need to figure something out. This has got to be scary for them. 0-8, essentially. Well, 8-round run.
Yeah, if they could have just won the pistol, Moses, it would have been devastating.
Clean sweep.
Yeah,
we'd be seeing.
Well, we can figure that out later. There's the Molotov again, canceling one of the smokes in the wall of smokes, which makes it not so much a wall.
Yeah.
See how that works?
It makes it like a gate almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta.
1 smoke left for Team Liquid. Plenty of Molotovs. They've got 4 of them. Flashbangs as well. But the AWP has actually gone towards ramp room. So Fugly, I believe, he must have dropped down already.
You leave a hole in that wall, Moses, and the dogs are gonna come running out.
There are no dogs here. Flashbang in towards the warehouse. They're going to try and run the gauntlet right across. They need to clear out Ethan. They should know he's there. Oh, what is that? That transfer. Elige jumped. He couldn't find the kill, and that's just too long. He's let a teammate die because of it. Fugly's going to come up towards the windows, though. He's got an off-angled appear to kind of trap Naf and Elige in that warehouse. Going to be a tough fight, but it's a 4-on-4.
Kind of a little bit. I don't know if Fugly was there the whole time, but he could have probably flashed in to try and help Ethan out a little bit sooner. I think they could have made more of that. 35 seconds, and Fugly almost getting caught. The Molotov probably going to force them back a little bit. And so that's a great lineup from Cirque. They are very low on health right now, but much worse still for Liquid is that the fact that they're running out of time right now. Taco's picked up the bomb. Twist waiting, and Breeze is going to be going down. That's the huge kill that they probably needed right now. 15 seconds, and now they're trying to see if they can maybe just crunch this bomb site. Twist is going to be going down. That's a big kill for Daps, but he might be shot in the back by Taco. Indeed, he will be. And they're going to make their way to the low ground. A very big health advantage right now for Team Liquid. They should be able to win this round. Taco just finishing the bomb plant. And Cirque is ready and waiting. Fugly going to be taken down 1, and just like that, Naf, he's gone down from heaven all the way through the trophy room and making his way in through the hut. They're waiting for it. Are they going to be on the defuse already? Trying, but Cirque is going to be going down, and now Fugly, if he holds it, might be possible. Naf is getting a little bit paranoid. Shooting his gun a couple of times, and Fugly now going to try and hold it down. And Naf, he feels it. That's such a great round. Really, really smart play from Naf. He felt that the whole way through.
Yeah, nice clutch from Naf, and they needed that. He had to go all the way around. There was a lot of timing, and obviously NRG could have never known if they had just stuck that defuse right from the start, it would have been a win. So Naf has to kind of bluff a little bit to get them off. Actually, an interesting note, Twist Molotov above Heaven, which is where Taco and Naf both were. So Taco had to come through the Molotov in order to get that bomb planted. I don't know if that was miscommunication or some kind of a weird design play to be a little bit tricky, but the important thing is Team Liquid wins their first of 8 rounds. They have a chance here to close the gap, add some more T rounds to it. Naf's got 1 more kill. He's heating up here after that big clutch. An opening frag onto Cirque, and Cirque's been great, and Alicia's just going to build upon it. Now they're starting to hit the shots again.
Big comeback now. Elige catching Daps as he was trying desperately to climb up the ladder. And well,
all right, Alicia's just going to take every fight he sees.
They, if they had this kind of power early, Mos, they should have made that call. Elige, why don't you just run across the map and get 3 kills?
We talked about it yesterday. Why doesn't everyone just run the headshot strategies?
Yeah, you really should, shouldn't they?
It's the easiest way to win a round.
15th round coming up now. 6 is quite good for Liquid. And I think in spite of NRG taking 8 in a row, which is really impressive, it just might not be enough.
No, yeah, it's very possible, especially because, I mean, we'll see on the T side if they'll be able to find entries themselves. It's a little bit of a different beast opping from that T side for Cirque, and obviously having to run through smokes and Molotovs and flashbangs from the T side. You can see how bogged down you can get. Here's a gap in that smoke. Ethan spots Nitro trying to get through. Nitro's going to go back and challenge, but Ethan's ready for that. Little clever idea from Nitro. Ethan continuing to play well, and now he's got Taco challenging from the rooftop. Here's the fight, Taco. Good win.
You can sort of see Ethan counting the swings back and forth, sort of thinking, next time I've got the timing down, but Taco a little bit too fast this time. 4 on 4. Plenty of time for Liquid to make up their minds.
It's a really interesting rotation, though, for the defense. We've seen it previously, but if you have 2 players down at the bottom of these stairs, that's a lot of resources and manpower that you're putting into that position. So look at the other side of the map. You have Fugly and Ramp Room, you have Breeze in the upper bomb site, but there's so many angles they have to worry about.
Yeah, that's one of the big problems. I mean, Breeze, for one, is feeling a little bit lonesome at the moment. Fugly will win the fight against the Liege, so that's a big start here. They need that 9th round, I think, NRG desperately, and they probably need to win the pistol in the second half as well. Cirque and Daps, look at what they're doing. This is great. Look at how late in the round this push up the stairwell is coming, and Daps is going to be catching Taco. I don't think anyone could have guessed that. Naf is still fighting outside, but it's a double push, and he's a little bit worried, you can tell. 1 versus 3. It's a good guess, but it's not going to be enough. Cirque will take him down 9-6 in favor of NRG in the first half here on the second map on Nuke. And really, really good stuff for them overall. Bit of a shame they couldn't win that pistol, but otherwise still a really good job. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Liquid and NRG fighting now. Second half, second map, first quarterfinals here at StarSeries. And honestly, NRG putting up a bit more of a fight here on Nuke than I was expecting as well. So that's the good news. The bad news is it just might not be enough.
Right. I mean, they're putting up more of a fight than I did as well. I said they'd get 7 rounds. They're already at 9 at the end of the first half. So my idea is blown out of the water. Liquid really stumbling there, and NRG with 8 rounds in a row in the middle of that half, and then solidifying to 9 with the last round. But they switch over to the difficult side now. Now they have to figure out how to kind of penetrate this Liquid defense on Nuke, and you can see how much of a lockdown it can become. When you get an op going outside, when you get players being mobile and rotating across the map, when you get the defense with Molotovs and smokes at all times, it's not the easiest thing to handle.
How do you get that penetration, Moses?
That one's too dangerous. I don't want to.
You try. I can tell in your eyes. You're like, I got to try and answer this.
Yeah, I did try and think of something. I'm just gonna stay away from it.
It's good on you, Moses. I appreciate that. Gotta keep it safe. There is just one HE grenade on Liege. I'm noting that there's no smoke for any kind of a defuse later on. That is my favorite activity on this map, just looking for smokes in the pistol round. So that's a nice long-range shot. Those upgraded P250s are so good against the USP. And there's another one coming through. Breeze hitting that shot. This is absolutely beautiful right now for NRG. Absolutely shutting down Liquid. Twist and Nitro left 2 on 5.
Jesus, 3 kills on the P250s. What an investment, and it's going to be Nitro up next. He's got too many players down, but he just somehow wins that fight. Ethan had dropped down upon him, and now they can do more, but again, a P250 rings out. 3 kills for Cirque in the pistol. Twist, he has a CZ in the upper bomb site. We know he's amazing with it, but just too many bodies at too many different angles, and that's going to be the pistol round for NRG. They have a commanding lead now at 10-6.
What happened to Ethan in that? Did he try and knife him?
I don't know. I think he dropped down and happened to land in the crosshair, I would imagine. Because Nitro was fighting Cirque, I think it was, behind that box.
I'd kind of like to see the replay of that, just because I feel like that didn't make any sense to me.
I'm not going to lie, I don't think you're going to get the replay.
One can hope.
Maybe you'll have to get the demo. You can go back.
That's so much effort,
when you
Moses.
do your research tonight. Ooh. Hello. Nap's going to get caught as well. They're already circling that red box, so that's a fast pace from NRG. They don't slow it down whatsoever, and this is looking like a very, very good start on this map, in this half.
What a relief for NRG to be winning the pistol, and if they can secure this round as well, survive the scout, survive the CSET 75s, that's a little bit better. Good job on Taco. I like this. You know, he seems to be taking a lot more sort of individual choices like this, where he's the man to move around. Obviously, that wouldn't have been a role he played very much on SK. If anyone was going to do anything like that, it would be Fur, right?
Yeah.
So it's fun to see him add this to his playstyle.
He's got a lot more freedom on this team, and I mean, he's done good work with it as well. He's been able to have some great impact for this team. That's a nice shot from Elise. He cleans up Cirque eventually, and now they're going to try and make it in towards Mini. Twist is here. They might as well get aggressive on the Liquid side of things. They are spending a lot of time. You do have Taco with this push. He's going to be in HUD, but can he actually find anything is the question.
Suddenly setting up for it. It wants to try and stop the punt. It's a decent idea, but I think he had to swing further than he was expecting, maybe.
Yep.
You can't really know if people are going to be punting, you know, towards the HUD or not, but this time that wasn't the case. Good shot for Twist. More damage coming in as he takes down Ethan. A little bit of a spray. That could have been worrisome. I was getting scared.
Yeah, it could have been not great. They had very low HP on the NRG side, but they do get a lot of guns taken away from them, forcing some rebuys on the NRG side of things. Thankfully, Liquid can't invest in these rounds, and one of the benefits Liquid has, they don't have to save for an AWP, as Nitro is not, you know, necessarily an AWPer. They just have that kind of very versatile squad. Fugly's got the MAC-10 though. He can go on the investigation, try and get some of the bonus money. Team Liquid is going to have to make a huge comeback, and we've seen them do it in the past against teams of all different kinds of calibers. So it's not necessarily like this game is over, but you know, the Liquid has to get started on the right foot next round. Need to close the gap before they allow NRG to get too far ahead.
Well, I was just about to ask you what is the right foot when you get those rifles on board on the CT side? Do you just trust in your default, or do you have some sort of trick ace up the sleeve, something crazy?
I think they'll do something. If they do any aggression somewhere, it'll likely be outside, since NRG has taken that pretty quickly in some of these rounds.
You notice how NRG, when they were holding the yard, they pretty much just did it with Cirque and at AWP, but there are lots of teams that will push 2 people towards the red container out there and sort of try and be really aggressive with the rifles on the CT side even. So
yeah, I'm interested to see how Liquid's going to decide to do it, especially early on when they don't have an AWP yet.
I'm kind of curious how it's going to turn out, but I guess we'll find out. No one going down yet for NRG. In fact, just holding on to the rifles, which, considering how many they lost in the last round, is a little bit of a bonus.
It's actually pretty smart. They lost 3 in the previous round. I think it's more interesting that Fugly's not kind of chasing anything down whatsoever with the MAC-10. Not trying to go and make any of that money back up, but not the biggest of deals. Naf gonna try and get one at the end, and he's got a firing squad waiting for him. A good kill from Ethan. Here we go, investment into this round, but Liquid's gonna be missing a lot of tools.
Yep, that's the big downside, isn't it, to losing the pistol, even the 4th round. I mean, this might be one of the scariest moments of playing CT side nuke. That first round where you can finally buy, you know, so much is gonna ride on it, and not only do you really need to win it, you kind of also need to win it with having like 3 or 4 players alive. You can't just have like a 1v1 at the end.
It's got to be clean. Nitro has already used his smoke. He's out of utility. Fast play. And look at this. Fugly going to lead the way in the door. Naf's not ready for it. They don't have the Molotovs. This is a great uppercut. And twist. That transfer somehow works perfectly. He gets a second kill, but Taco trying to get in a little bit ahead of his teammates. He's punished coming up the ladder. When does this smoke fade in Mini? Because Nitro's going to be... it looks like they might want to back off.
Yeah, especially with that following Molotov going in, that almost kills it immediately. They've got to wait for such a long time, and there's still more flashbangs waiting on the other side here. What a great knockout punch here for NRG, in spite of the fact that Nitro is obviously not entirely human. Trying to catch him in the corner. Breeze somehow stays alive. Oh, you could tell Elise thought he was dead. He was 100% sure, Elise, that would have been a kill in that corner. 13-6. This is a catastrophe. I think
it might be over as well, Anders. This is that's a great call from NRG. The pace and Naf not ready for it whatsoever in Mini. That's a little bit of a misplay on his part. Tough to always assume that rush is going to come in, but obviously that's the difference. When you saw NRG on that 8-round run, we saw those kind of rounds out of them with the Molotovs that was able to stop it down or shut it down.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to NVIDIA, the graphics platform of StarLadder. Obviously, very much appreciate their support making the tournament possible. Breeze with a great opening. That scout went absolutely nowhere. Now, Naf has picked it up. He sees the gun barrel, but he knows the longer he stays, the greater the chance that will happen.
Yeah, he's out. CZs, 3 of them left. Might as well get aggressive and go try and find one of these AK-47s, because, well, you will have the money in the next round, but obviously they're going to want the nades, especially after they got punished by it in that 4th round. NRG is spread all across the map. They're not even going anywhere. They're just like waiting for someone from Team Liquid to wander into a crosshair, and everyone on Team Liquid is essentially in this upper bomb site. The only place they don't have any presence.
Taco sneaking in. Could be an interesting corner to find yourself in if no one comes higher, but seems like they will. And just Taco with the 1 kill. Tried his best, and I guess it's a tiny bit of damage dealt out, but ultimately it's going to be 14-6 here. We might actually get that 3rd map. Train as well.
It's looking like it. Liquid better get started here. This is a disaster. Nitro has the AWP. They've got a couple Molotovs purchased up on Naf and Twist. So some better tools, some better toys they can play with to try and slow things down. Otherwise, this has been a very dominant map for NRG.
Starting to feel a bit nervous, Momo, about your prediction. I don't know why I was doing the voice.
I don't know why you were doing the voice either. I think that would have been great if you hadn't. I think it would have been very impactful on your side. Now you just made yourself sound a little bit damaged and insane.
Yeah. Well, that's obviously not the case. So we're moving into the 21st round, and I am just very impressed by NRG. What a story this has turned out to be. I definitely didn't think they were going to make the playoffs, and now that they have, they're actually taking a real fight to Liquid here. Elish outside is going to get immediately traded. Cirque with a great refrag with the AK-47, and now it's a 4-on-4.
I think Elish actually felt like he would be able to get that second kill, and it looked like he had an opportunity. There's the wall of smokes. Nitro is out there. He sees nothing. And over to ramp room we go. We attack. Naf is here. Taco's going to be on the ramp as well. No more smokes, no more Molotovs for Team Liquid. 1:15 left on the clock, so there's only flashbangs. So that'll be a little bit dangerous. But it's all about the timing on this hit. Naf is out in the open as well. He can't get blind, and he does. And oh, he's going to get destroyed. He comes out and swings wide. Nitro up next with the AWP, misses the shot, and it's all down to Taco.
Yep, he's going to have a really big round with the defense here. They have so much utility. The 4 Molotovs here for the afterplant. Taco with a great shot, though. Taking down Cirque. That's a bit of a beginning, at least. Can they build something behind it? Still, all of those grenades on the NRG side make me just a bit nervous. Breeze falling into position, trying to see if he could do anything. There's no vent in his back anymore, so that does change that position quite a bit. And now, with the flashbang set up, they're going to try and see if they can make their way in. Ethan getting a little bit found in the corner, but Breeze is going to pick up 1 kill. Ethan with the follow-up, and now Taco's in trouble. He gets 1. He knows Ethan is down there. He's going to make the jump. He's not that low on health, but oh, still the headshot comes through. Double kill for Ethan. We're barely surviving the round. That was... Taco almost did everything we wanted that round.
He really did. He was a one-man army in that lower bomb site and almost was able to hold on to it. This is, it's basically all over here. NRG has 9 map points in a row to force it onto Train. This has been great from them. A great bounce back after that map 1.
This wasn't even the map pick, was it? Did we ever
Yes,
figure
it
that
was.
out?
Yeah,
it
we
was.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was some confusion in the
But
beginning.
this is a map that Liquid's no slouch on. We've seen some good performances. They've had some very close games with Astralis, who's a very good nuke team. They had a pair of games against them. I think one was a 16-11 loss, one was like a 16-9 or 16-8. Obviously, the Liquid has lost this map to NRG online, and they're about to lose to it, or they will lose to them on LAN. And that is a bit of a statement that you're not just going to wipe NRG out of this tournament that easy.
Wow, what a story. You see some smiles on their faces, and you understand why. Absolutely, this is great. NRG punching through into the playoffs at a really big tournament, and now suddenly they actually push it to a 3rd map against Liquid. That's going to be on Train as well. I'm excited, super excited.
I am too for this 3rd map. That is the energy that we wanted to see show up to this LAN that kind of we've been missing when we were doing Australia and Dallas. And this is the energy we wanted to see when we just say, everyone be patient. See what they've got after a couple of events. Give them some time to get their legs underneath them. And they're starting to really develop into some dangerous team on some of these maps.
Yeah, they're looking very impressive. And it's going to be interesting to see if Liquid can rediscover themselves in the break here and just sort of bring it back a little bit more.
Yeah, there's been some sketchiness if you go back to the second half of Inferno and then on towards Nuke. There were some questionable plays being made. I just think Train's going to be really interesting. I actually am a little bit afraid because Cirque's playing well. You saw Ethan playing well. You even saw Breeze kind of lighting it up at certain points. And now when you have like those 3 players on NRG doing well, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, well, just you feed Nafly some sugar, and maybe they can start to bounce back into it. We're going to check in the desk and see what they thought of that nuke run.